Hill sponsors Joshua vs MOLINA on Sky Sports Box Office.
Told on IFL TV in association with Matt Coombs. With me, I've got the boxing dentist, none other than Artiff Daniel. We're here at the weigh-in today for Anthony Joshua Eric MOLINA. Separated weigh-ins for Dillian White and Derek Chisora as well. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks, James. How are you? You're right.
Let's talk about today. What did you make of it?
It was good. I thought it was a really good atmosphere. The card looks fantastic. I mean, look at the fights there we've got. I mean, it's really, really good. You've got obviously Joshua MOLINA topping the bill, and there's a lot of excitement about WHYTE CHISORA since all the fracases and the pre-fight stuff that has been happening.
Good for the sport, bad for the sport, in your opinion?
I'm going to be very honest. I don't like that stuff, and I know it's good in the sense that a lot of people tune in, and a lot of casuals will be. It gives a spotlight to boxing, but it's from a negative perspective. So I'm not personally a fan of those antics, to be honest. It's more WWE stuff, really. I think boxing's, it's a sport. It's a gentleman's sport. It's you should have that, respect. And at the end of the day, we're there in a disciplined sport, and there's a lot of the elite athletes and boxers. They're role models for a lot of the younger kids. So if they see things like that happening, they think, oh, it's okay to do that. Maybe one day in school, someone might just pick up a table as well and just think, oh, it's all right. But so I personally don't like it. But there you go.
Let's talk a little bit about Anthony Joshua v Eric MOLINA, the
Yeah.
IBF world champion, defending his title here on Saturday. What do you make of MOLINA's chances of coming and snatching that belt?
In all honesty, not a lot. But I do, his experience, which is why I don't see Anthony Joshua rushing in and trying to take him out in sort of the first round or anything. I think the first round he's just gonna feel his way, box behind the jab, and And one thing I like about Anthony Joshua, he picks his shots, and he doesn't rush his work. And Rob McCracken, I rate as a trainer very highly. I think with his voice as well being in the corner, I think it's fantastic, and he really grounds. Anthony's obviously already a grounded individual, but Rob McCracken ensures that. And you can see that in some of his corner work. Carl Froch and George Groves, the first fight. I mean, that was all going against Carl Froch. Nothing was going right for him, and I think that fight for me, obviously Carl was in the ring and doing the business, but that fight illustrates how important a good corner and a trainer is, and that's highlighted with Rob McCracken's work. And I think, in my opinion, Rob McCracken's magic in that corner that night changed the tide for that fight. So with him in the corner, I think it's a great asset, and I think I picked Anthony Joshua within 3 rounds. It might sound a little bit disrespectful to Eric MOLINA because I know he's very experienced. He's been there with likes of Deontay Wilder, a great champion. But I just think with Anthony Joshua's power and his precision, I think he'll take him out early.
Let's talk a little bit about yourself. Quite an interesting journey. I know you're quite close with Team Calm.
Yes.
Can you give me any insight? Will we see Calm Brook in 2017? What's the vibe saying?
I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible now, especially with. I think is Kel going to take that fight with Errol Spence? No one knows for sure at the moment. But yeah, I think it's possible for 2017 at 147. It will be. It would have to be at 147. I know Brick was talking about going up to 154. But if that fight happens, it will have to be at 147. Otherwise, there won't be a fight.
Yourself, you've had 6 professional fights now, 2 defeats. I know you've gone back and avenged one of those losses, which must have been quite a satisfying thing for you to do.
It's very satisfying. It was actually here in this venue here as well.
Because you felt you won the first fight, didn't you?
Yeah, everyone did. It was ridiculous, really. All 4 rounds. A lot of people scored all 4 rounds for myself, but it's one of those things. I've kind of accepted it now as part of boxing. It happens. Bad decisions are part of the sport. It's not nice, but it's one of those things. And I was just happy to then join with Lee Beard, and then we broke the fight down, and he made me do a few things differently, and just made it even more convincing. Look to kind of even go for an enforced stoppage. But it was good. One in September, had another 4-rounder in October, and then again in November a few weeks ago.
You've had 3 fights under Lee now.
3 fights, yeah, back to back. So I just wanted to keep going, just keep busy. So I told Steve Wood, I want to keep busy. So I did do all those, did those 3 4-rounders, and then looking to get back in February now at this venue, and for my first 6-rounder. So, God willing, exciting times. I'm really looking forward to 2017. And we've mapped out a few things, looking at a few titles as well, God willing. So I'm just, really looking forward to that.
Listen, I wish you all the best for 2017. Thank you for talking to
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Good
that.
to get you on the channel again, mate.
Yeah, thank you. And always enjoy your work, James and Coogan here as well. Great work you guys do. And always tune in IFL TV.
Thank you very much for your time, Artiff. Enjoy the fights. We will catch you again real soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.